Hi there and welcome back, friends, fellow thinkers, pillars of eternity. We are in Twin Elms. We're in Elms Reach here, in the Hall of the Warriors. Just talking to Arthwin, who won a special contest about a spare and whose competitor is missing, obviously, or not really competitor, but was his hunting partner. And we have to find out what happened to this guy. Well, let's talk to Arthwin. A lanky hunter grooms his stubble, a patched fuzz of blonde hairs, while listening attentively to a young elven woman. She whispers in his reddened ears and giggles. With his head still lowered, he flashes a wide smile in return. Hunter notices you. He clears his throat and straightens his back, adopting an air of dignity. I've been expecting you. My tribesmen have told me that you're to speak the truth about Fiorm's exile. He combs his sparse stubble, darting a glance to the elven woman. Well, Arthwin doesn't hide from the truth. Ask and I will answer. First, tell me about your tribe. We're young, the youngest tribe in Erglanfath. Arthwin hesitates for a moment, scratching his beard, and then spreads his long legs apart. But we are not weak. The other tribes have their history, and now we, the twice-split arrows, are making our own. Arthwin puffs his chest and pounds it with a fist. We're true Glanfathans, her god. True hunters. I've proven our worth. His patches of golden stubble sparkle alongside a glowing smile. It was me, not Fiorm, who killed the giant Stelgar. What happened to him, Fiorm? Arthwin looks down and licks his lips. Fiorm pushes the blonde bristles away from the edges of his mouth. Every tribe knows his prowess, a hunter of a great name, but this time he fell behind. Spotted the giant Stelgar on the Sentinel's Ridge, above the waterfall of the North Weald. It was stalking for prey. Arthwin lightly shakes his head. Fiorm wanted us to split. He'd lure the beast to the river and I'd flank it. The hunter scratches his flushed earlobe, but the beast didn't come down to the riverbank, so we tried to circle it on the ridge. I climbed faster, and there it was, ready to pounce on me. Arthwin thrusts his fist forward. I pierced flesh mid-air, rolled over and stabbed it again and again. And it was dead. The hunter pushes his mistake back and looks up. Fiorm couldn't believe he didn't earn the kill, not even a cut. He said he'd not return with the shame of losing to a twice-split arrow. Arthwin sighs. I pleaded, but he was a keeper of the stone. He would not listen. And now he's exiled, who knows where. Thank you and goodbye. Near a ridge atop a waterfall. Alright, we'll have to go into that North Weald. There's so much to do in this game, it's really cool.
Silence surrounds me.
What else can we do here? We can of course go inside that building. And we'll do so. What will be in there? Let's see. The three-tusk guys. Interesting. Yeah, these are all generics. Some may disagree with Simok's methods, but all respect him. It's that the crates contain the few necessities of a Glenfathan traveling party. Furs and blankets, sturdy hide clothing, and gifts of carved Aedra. And here, hearth still smells of freshly cooked game. Grease spatters the blackened bricks. Table is scarred and stained from years of use. There's Simok. Interesting. Come to treat with a three-tusk Stelgar? Though simple and unadorned, blades are made of sharp and finely tempered steel. And who are you? Like speaking so harshly?
Tread carefully, Estermore.
Another enemy? A grizzled old elf, his hair braided and dyed, stands at one end of the hall. His arms and chest are cross-hatched with a pale seams of scars. His crooked smile looks like another. There's not many Estramoran who are permitted into our sacred city. Bethel must be feeling especially soft today. Come to hear your future at Ter Evron? His smile widens, exposing a row of yellowed, crooked teeth. Or make your own at Blood Sands? What's Blood Sands? An ancient place of sacrifice. He laces his fingers together in a cave by the great Elms themselves. Restin and his druids have been an integral part of Glenfathan society for generations, no matter what some of the other tribes might say. Glenfath has held its own against the Estramoran because some of us still understand the power of sacrifice. Gives you an appraising eye. Does the thought make you uncomfortable? It should. It is what's kept our society alive for so long. Simok crosses his arms over his scarred chest. Something else? You don't seem fond of us, Estramoran. His hunched shoulders straighten. I fought in the Broken Stone War and the War of Black Trees. I saw my brethren cut down, defending the places of the builders, and I shed blood alongside Galvan wrecked himself. Whoever that is. He coughs. Now the Estramoran seem to think that they will find a cure for their empty children among our sacred sites. Or worse, that they will find sanctuary in our lands. His gaze darkens. I've seen what happens when they set their sights on Glenfathan soil. This worries you? He snorts. I've seen too many wars for this not to worry me. My 250 years I've led my people through 2 wars. Our borders have remained intact, and largely through the reputation of 3 Tusk Stelgar. His voice drops to a growl. I have sired a dozen children, but none have been deemed fit to take my place. I care nothing for the legacies that obsess the Estramoran lords, but it is important that my successor continue this path. Is your role hereditary? Not entirely. We believe that the souls of our ancestors come back to us, that a strong soul may bear many more, but all souls must be tested by our elders. The Riao looked first among my children for a successor, but their souls were weak. Ordinarily, they would turn to others in my tribe, to clan heads and their families. Ordinarily, he levels his gaze, but we share a tradition of fostering the children of other tribes, and the Anamfath of Fisher Crane has trusted his youngest to my care. He grimaces, and as none of my own blood are fit to take my place, the Riao will look next to this Bog child, the kin of another Anamfath, and my foster daughter to take my place. Bog child? His shoulders stiffen. I have nothing but respect for Fisher Crane, but their ways are not ours. The Orlans of Fisher Crane have lived in Thane Bog for 1,000 years. They are cunning and furtive by nature, which serves them well when they have swamplands to hide their movements. He crosses his arms, but this will not deter the Estramoran on open ground. He points at the warriors gathered near the fire. Our savagery has deterred the Estramoran from further encroachment. They still tell of our deeds in the Broken Stone War. But if a child of Fisher Crane leads our tribe, we will lose that boldness. The Estramoran will lose their fear of us. The child will be influenced by the souls of her ancestors. In times of crisis, she'll look to her kin in Thane Bog for guidance. No matter what I might try to teach her, it will not be enough. He considers you. There is a way you could help. Few have the stomach for it, but I think you have the perspective to see why certain unpleasantness may be necessary. Go on. His Orlan girl has the soul of a leader. If it were passed to one of my own offspring, our tribe would remain strong. A Stelgar at Simok's side scratches its massive head on the Anamafath's leg. He remains steady on his feet. The druids of Blood Sands have a way to do this, and they understand the importance of a strong line of succession for 3 Tusk Stelgar. He gives you a key. There's a house in southeast Hearthsong next to the river. Child will be asleep, and I've arranged for her to be unattended for a time. His voice becomes a quiet rumble. Take her and bring her to Keeper Rurdha in Blood Sands. She knows what must be done. When she presents you with a liquid essence, bring it back to me. That sounds kind of evil. I don't know. It won't kill a child, but... can also not confront him here. So what will we do? We'll try to sabotage his quest. But first, let's see what will Keeper Rurdha do with the child. His scarred face twists again. Have you seen the rituals of Blood Sands? She will sacrifice her. It's the only way to distill her essence. Orlan child, go on. Aha. Very well, I'll help you. I'll say it, but I'll not do it. He knows you're a friend to the Glenfathan people. Act swiftly and quietly, Estramor. Tell me about the Tree Tusk Stelgar, the boldest and fiercest of the 6 great tribes of Air Glanfath. It was we who first defended against the Estramorwan who came to shore 200 years ago. He raised his chin. We have always been the border tribe, and it has always fallen to us to hold the line against outsiders and invaders. Yeah. What do you do here? As Anamfath of 3 Tusk Stelgar, I guide our tribe in all matters. He looks to the main room of the hut, where others have gathered. I am in Twin Elms to confer with some of the other Anamfatha about the Onolfan, your Hollowborn. We only have such bursts here on occasion, but it has made us more vigilant about our neighbors. And Stelgar stretches, flexing its claws. Simok's eyes narrow. There are some of us who believe your Onolfan to be a punishment for the defilement of the builder's sites. Others say it's a plague carried by the Estramorwan. Alright, goodbye. Aha. House in southeast Hearthsong. Yeah, and we'll save that child. But we'll have to get her first. Oh! Who is that? Liras, a young man approaches you with a swift and purposeful stride. While you've never met him before, he has the same stern, wild look as Simok. He doesn't speak until he's right next to you. When he does, his voice is quiet. Wait, I saw you speaking with my father. What's this about? He glances back at the room with Simok. He's asked you to sacrifice Vela, hasn't he? He grits his teeth. Maybe he's right about the 3 Tusk Stelgar growing weak, but if this is the price of strength, it isn't worth it. The tribes have survived this long because we've stuck together. Do you have another idea? He frowns. There's an herbalist among the ovates of the Golden Grove. Bleda, that's her name. They all gather southeast of here by the river. She could brew a poison. Simok wouldn't know the difference until it's too late. Wow, well, he really deserves that fate. And why not just return this child to her birth parents? It's complicated. A child sent to be fostered by another tribe isn't allowed to return. Unfortunately, explaining that we are shielding her from my father would make matters much worse for both tribes. So you want me to murder your father? No, but it's better than allowing him to murder this child. Yeah, that's right. Let me guess. If Simok dies, you're next in line? It's not like that. The Riao have already determined that my soul isn't strong enough. Whoever follows my father, it won't be me. Alright, so he has no interest. He just wants to save this child and kill his diabolical father. Oh, fine, I'll poison him. Make some friends here. With another glance at Simok's chamber, he backs toward the door. Like I said, you'll find Bleda The Golden Grove. Good luck. So. That is going to be interesting. Yeah, that's really something that sounds like us, right? Let's go to this Golden Grove again. There's someone else trying to stop us, though. Not really. That's good. Foreigners live and breathe violence. They don't understand anything else. But you. Yeah, but you. You deserve a better leader. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Let's go on to sabotage them in the next episode. Happy gaming to you. See you around. This is Immanuel Can, signing out.